Yo, what's poppin' everybody, and today I'm going to be explaining to you lot how to get onto the explore page, right? So, it's gonna be a great tutorial, you're gonna learn a lot, and you're gonna get a lot better at Scratch along the way. So, without further ado, let's teach you how to become a totally 100% respected Scratch creator on the Scratch website, that when people see your projects, they'll love clicking on it. They'll love playing it. They'll never get sick of it. They'll love it. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is decide what you're going to make. Now, after you decided what you're going to make, you're going to make sure you chose platformer. So, what we're going to do is we're going to type in platformer engine. We're going to load that up and we're going to get some platformer engines. Now, the one that you're going to want, specifically that I'd use, is this one by ZU3, Remixable Platformer Engine. What you're going to come in here, what you're going to do, is come on in here. And now, you might think, okay, well I should just remix it, right? Don't do this. If you remix a project, people are going to know you didn't do it, so you're going to lie. Here's what you're going to do. Okay? Basically, keep in mind all of the stuff that is here. What you're going to do is come up to this file button. You're going to click on file, and then click save to your computer. And you'll see that it'll come up down here as an SP3. If you don't know what an SP3 is a Scratch 3 file. You can minimize this for now. Now what we'll do is we will come to our create page. You can leave, that's alright, don't worry about it, you already saved it. Now you have this empty project and you're ready to make your platformer. But before you do, come up to file again. Remember how we just did that before? In case you forgot already. You're going to click load from your computer instead. Now you can't see this because I'm only recording Scratch, but your file manager is going to open. You're going to find the project that you just downloaded, and you're going to double click it to open it. It'll ask if you want to replace the contents. All you're going to do is click OK. And then it'll load this up, and then look at that. It's the same game we just had. Load it up. And look at that. Same game. Except now it doesn't count as a remix, and it is your own original project. So what you're going to do is make sure you get rid of all of these things. All the comments. Make sure nobody knows that you're actually just a terrible stealer that can't come up with anything original. Make sure everybody knows that you steal everything you do because you're unoriginal. Make sure you look through here and every comment you see, make sure you get rid of it. Make sure you get rid of it. Very, very important. See all this stuff? You don't want to make sure it's all hidden. You don't want anybody knowing that you're actually just a scum with no creative endeavors. Next, what you're going to do is come to this player, and this player doesn't look original, right? He's very basic, bare boned. What you're going to do is you're going to come to your circle. You're going to make this outline white. And then you're also going to make the fill white. Okay? You're just going to make a little white circle. You're going to place it in the center of your square. Make sure it's about that size. That's about the size you want it to be. Then you're going to change these outlines both to black. Okay? You're going to make a smaller square. And put it in the middle, just like that. And now you're going to change these back to white again, both this outline and this fill, and you're going to make an even smaller circle, and you're going to put it right there. Perfect. Now you added a completely original, never before seen eye to your character. You're going to take all three of these. You can select them all by holding shift and then clicking each individual part, clicking group, going control C to copy. Come to the second sprite where it's squished down, go Control C to paste, or Control V to paste. Grab this top and just shrink it down just like that. And then since it's grouped, you'll be good. And there we go. Now we have the two sprites. Let's take a look and see what we did. Look at that. Now we have our sprite doing this instead. You can duck down and it stays the same. But now we have this completely original design. Honestly, I think I just came up with this on the spot. I honestly don't think any platformer has used this ever. So it's actually the craziest thing I've ever seen. Okay, now you're going to see in this project there's a sandbox that shows you what stuff you can do, right? pretty nice, right? Pretty nice that he gave you some ideas. So now we're going to get into level design. What should you do in your levels to make them unique and interesting, something you've never seen before? Well, we have to figure out how it's going to work, okay? So as you see, if we come into our ground, you'll see that it'll set level to the costume number, right? When we receive a broadcast for next level, it'll switch the costume, okay, which will also switch the level. Now, as you see, this is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5, okay? We're going to go ahead and delete these for now, and just keep level 1 because it has the base terrain colors that we have, right? Now, since you want to get this done fast, you want to get on the Explore page as fast as possible, make sure not to change this at all because that's too much work for you. So just take this, click on Group, go Control-C to copy it, and just keep that in mind. Now this blank spot, make sure you just keep it blank for now. Now you can go ahead and paint yourself a new sprite, or a new costume. Go Control-C to paste that ground in. We're going to keep that ground in just like that, except now we're also going to do it again. We're going to shrink this down. Okay, just like this. And then we're going to make it longer. Right, well actually, let's keep it at a length. And then what we'll do is we'll ungroup this one specifically, and I'll make this single part longer. Make sure you do some adjustments to the art so it doesn't look super bad. Obviously, it's a platformer, so nobody really cares. So do that and just make sure you put it at the back. Well, no, actually, you probably want that at the front just so it looks something like that. So now, as you see, you have our first level. We move over to the side, and then it brings that one that we just had. Right? At least the background level itself. Because you might be thinking, well, Deku, there's still all these obstacles that I don't want there. What do I do about that? Well, we'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to design one more super original level. So I'm just going to duplicate this one. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to flip it vertically and just move it upwards. So we have it on the ceiling too. Now that's what I want, okay? These are my 3 base levels. Obviously, you're going to make maybe 2 more. Make sure to never go over 10 levels. If you go over 10 levels, the Scratch team will see that you put effort into a project and they won't put you on the Explore page. In case you didn't know, that's how it works. The graph for getting on the Explore page is very, very easy to learn. Let me explain it in a very simple way. So if we have a graph right here, right? Here's our graph, okay? We have a level of effort, right? So take your level of effort. This is our level of effort. And then this is the possibility of getting on the Explore page, or the EP, right? So here, this is our graph, okay? Watch this. This is how you get on. This is the likeliness, right? Here's the graph. Ready? Oh my goodness, I just turned red. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Hold up. Give me a black or red outline. Thank you. There you go. That's it. That's all you gotta do. See, there's the level, right? So level of effort. As level of effort goes down, the possibility of getting on the Explore page will, at the same time, right? At the same time, will go up, right? So, as level of effort goes down, so here, we'll even color code it. We'll even color code it. That's how nice we are. Okay, so there we go. See? As level of effort goes down, possibility of getting on the Explore page will go up. Make sure you remember that very basic thing right here. Keep this in the back of your head as you create your game. So anyways, now we'll hop onto these spikes. So basically, again, that works the same way. For every level you'll design where they'll be, right? Pretty easy to understand, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to want to come to our ground, and to make this really easy on us, what we're going to do is, let's say 2 is where we're going to have our first one. You're going to take your entire terrain of 2. You're going to come to spikes. You're going to keep this blank one here, because the blank one is level 1. Duplicate for level 2. And then import your land. Okay? Now what you'll do is you'll create your spike. So you can keep the one you have there, but that's gonna look too nice, right? Like, did you see how it was like textured and stuff like that? Well, not textured necessarily, but how it looked like the person put even a little bit of time in it. That's too much effort. Remember this. Remember this. So instead, just do that, and then that's your spike. Okay? So put one right there. That's perfect. And now delete your terrain. So it's just a spike. We'll duplicate the blank one again. Come to our ground, or our levels, and I'm going to take this terrain and duplicate it in here. Now we'll come to our spike, grab it, and I'm going to turn it like this. This is very important. Every platformer has to have this level. Here, we'll even stretch it out. We'll make it one big one because it takes less time and it looks really bad, right? So there we go. And we'll also do one of these things. We'll kind of make it a little bit thicker, right? So there we go. And then again, don't forget to delete your terrain. Oop. Okay, perfect. There's our spikes. Okay, so now you'll see that when we come into the game, we'll move this way. See, look, there's our spike, and you'll see that when you touch it, you do die. Okay, so you can get over, and then you have that one, right? You have the big old thing. Okay, if anything, honestly, I think I could make that come down even more, like realistically. So here, I'll like duplicate it again. Kind of do one of these things. Something like this. There. Boom. So it's like caked in spikes up there. Now there's no lava. You can obviously make lava if you want to. That's obviously very well possibility. Now what you're gonna do is that these springs. These springs are very, very important, right? So it gets a little bit confusing with the springs, but I don't want you to worry, okay? Because it's not very hard. So let's analyze this. Basically, all it's doing is it's cloning itself, right? At an X and Y position. You know X and Y positions. Don't let how complicated this may look confuse you. I know you're like really interested in making this game, but you don't want to try it all. Trust me, I know. Been there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show it so we can see it. You're gonna figure out where you want it, and then when you place it there, it's gonna give you an X coordinate and a Y coordinate. So basically, what we're going to do is we are going to take this next level that they have here. Okay, if level equals 3, right? What we're going to do is just take this X part and put it in whatever your X coordinate is. In my case, it's -88, and then my next one is -115. So it's already there. So let's take a look and see if it shows up. If it didn't, we can always fix it. Okay, everything's looking all right. Okay, it didn't show up. Let's figure out why. This is probably level 2, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. This is probably level 2 or level 4. I'll probably just have the level number wrong. Or we don't have it show. That's another very big possibility. Okay, no, there it is. There it is. Yep, it was just on the wrong level number. But there you go. Now you have it. And you see the danger, right? Honestly, I came up with this idea myself. I've honestly never seen this anywhere else, right? We have to jump over the springs. So here's what you have to do next. Next, you'll take it and move it somewhere else, right? Oh yeah, another really good thing about this platform, it's also mobile friendly, so you don't have to worry about doing it, right? Now we will duplicate this right here and put it right underneath, and then just keep it at 2, and we'll do negative. So here, we'll move it like right here, and then just change this to the correlating 13, and then we'll move it one more time right there, and then we'll duplicate this again, keep it at 2, except make it the 144. Now, as you'll see, look at this. So we come all the way over here. Okay, we dodge our spike, and now look at that. We have things to dodge, right? Things to dodge. Awesome. Now, obviously, I didn't change it, but you obviously will change it, right? Obviously. So keep that in mind as you go along creating your game. Okay. As the text goes the same way. Just change what it says. You get it. The love and fave. Oh, this is important. Love and fave. You see how it comes every 30 to 40 seconds? That's not good enough. You want this to come every 3 seconds. You want it to come every 5 seconds. You want that to come down. So they know to love, favorite, and follow. So very easy. Every 5 seconds, it should come down. There it is. Look at that. And honestly, I mean, if I'm being serious, I think it's too small. I mean, if I'm being honest, you should probably, if you really want to make sure they can read it, just make it like really big. Just do that. Just so they know, you know? Like what if they forget? What if they forget? What happens then? Yeah, see, they're going to see that one now. They're going to see it. Only thing I could possibly think of is adding music. Basically, all you're going to do, I'm not going to show you how to do this one. But basically, all you're going to do is go to YouTube, find a copyright song that is very clearly not your own, download it and put it in there, and then say you made the music. That's what you're going to want to do. Now we'll go to post. Let's say you finished your game, right? Don't even bother changing this. Just get rid of that. Just get rid of this text, okay? And type in. You want to think of a really original name. And then don't forget to tilt it a little bit. There. That's your background, your thumbnail. Awesome. Now we'll come into this. Instructions. Make sure you say this. There. Make sure you let them know that it's mobile friendly so that people on mobile know that they can play this game. Okay? Go 2 lines down. And what you're going to want to do is make sure you say this. This is another very important. There. Make sure they know how to get the next one. If I get one big number of hearts and big number of stars, I make part 2. Make sure you say that. And then make sure you give examples. So, arrow keys, space. And now you get into the really fun part. Notes and credits. Code. I know you used a template, but just say me. Then you're going to say art, me. Idea, me. Level design, me. Now you're gonna start making up things that don't even matter and don't even exist, and just say you did it anyways, so you look more professional. So say something like producer, me. Creative designer, me. Social media influencer, me. Original idea, and then the icing on the cake. You want to make sure how long it took you to make it. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's exactly how it's gonna look. It took me a big number of decades to make follow or cry. There we go. That's what you're gonna do. Okay, and now time for your name, right? You're gonna make it really misleading. Make sure they don't think it's a platformer. So we're gonna call it something like The Missing. And then you're gonna click share. And if you followed my instructions correctly, you'll be on the explore page in no time. I can assure you. Scratch is gonna look at this project and be like, "Wow, he knows the graph." Nah, but for real, guys, if you're following this unironically, this is a joke. Don't do this. Don't do it. Seriously, no one will like you. If you couldn't tell it was a joke. I don't know how you couldn't tell. Come on. Platformer isn't even spelt right. There's no way you thought this was real, right? Just thought I'd put a little disclaimer at the end anyways. I made a video on this a while ago. Like maybe a year and a half ago. I feel like I didn't really touch every single, like, I didn't touch every single, like, how do I describe it? detail that these people do when they make these terrible copy-paste platformers. But yeah, just thought I'd touch base again and make sure everybody knows how it is. And yes, it does appear that that is still the problem everywhere, the stupid eye thing. But you know, one day with the power of my community, we will beat it. I know we will. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, didn't like it anyways, because I probably wasted at least one person's time because they thought it was gonna be real. So you know, like for that. Also, look at that. CB posted. That's dope. That's dope. CB posted. Is it actually CB? It is CB. That's cool. All right, yeah. You know what? I forgot my outro. Let's just say I said it all. Subscribe. Bye.